Azure. Be sure to follow me all over social media at Danaya Azure, DANAYAAZURE, and like the Facebook page, facebook.com/Danaya Designs for You, facebook.com/Danaya Azure Radio, and be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. Just type in Danaya Azure.
Good evening, Reza, and welcome to Danaya Azure Radio. How are you?
Good evening. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am phenomenal. Shout out to First Lady for making this connection. I've been hearing about you for years. Been hearing about all the wonderful work that you've been doing.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. So how did you initially get started in the music industry?
It was totally by chance for me. I was going to school and waiting on tables, and I happened to come across a guy that was in the music business, and he offered me my first opportunity being his assistant.
Wow, that's awesome. How old were you?
Yeah, 22 years old.
Oh, that's super dope. Okay. Yep. So you went to school for immigration law. So what changed?
Basically, the opportunity changed. You know, like I said, this guy came along in my life, and he offered me an opportunity to get a job that many other people wanted, and I didn't know about, and I took it and ran with it and ended up here.
That's definitely what's up. And Reza Saffieh is who is the National Director of Radio and Promotions for Rock Nation, is my guest here on Danaya Azure Radio. Who was one of the first artists that you worked with?
The very first artist I worked with was Lloyd Banks. It was I got started right at the beginning of G Unit, starting to get popular.
That's super dope. What was that like?
It was interesting. You know, G Unit was just becoming really popular, and between Lloyd and Young Buck and 50 and Tony Yayo, it was interesting. There wasn't his own moment.
I love it. I love it. So you've been in the music industry for 13 years. What's one of the major changes that you have seen when it comes to radio promotion?
In general, it's just changed the way we do it. There's not as much man-to-man. It's a little more done in a group setting as you know, things go more online. There's less face-to-face hanging out. Also, it's become much more data-driven. It used to be just relationships, and now there's a lot more data being involved in the decisions, and we have to adjust to that.
Yeah, definitely. It is a totally different vibe from back in the days. You're not necessarily going up to the stations and, you know, giving them a CD. Now you're emailing and Zoom calls and all that.
Exactly. You said it. Things are totally different now.
Absolutely. Reza Saffieh, who is the National Director of Radio Promotions for Rock Nation, is my guest here on Danaya Azure Radio. So do you think that streaming has hurt or helped music artists?
Well, streaming has definitely helped the artists. I mean, streaming is available to every artist, whereas the radio and TV wasn't before. So, at the very least, now it is an even playing field for every artist to be able to get their music out there in front of people. So, I definitely think streaming has helped artists.
Awesome sauce. When it comes to pushing an artist on a radio station, what are one of the determining factors in which station you choose to work with?
Well, to be entirely honest with you, I try to get every station, but the way we strategize has to do with where the artist comes from, the makeup of the radio station, what that station typically likes to play, and the aesthetic sound of the song we're working. So it's case by case, just depending on the sound of the song and what the identity of that station is. We try to match the station to the type of song we're working so that we do it in the correct order and build the best story we can.
Awesome. So what are some of the main qualities that you look for when you're choosing talent to work with?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I never have to pick the talent to work with, so that's not my concern. when I work at the label, they just say, this is the talent we've got. We need you to go make them famous. And I put my head down and I go do my job.
Perfect. So what are some of the biggest mistakes that artists make when they're first entering the industry?
Taking people for granted. That's the number one mistake any artist makes is not respecting people for themselves and, noticing that even the smallest person can be integral and help them along their way, and taking people for granted. So always respect everybody and give them the respect they deserve as you're on your way up, so that they don't kick you down on your way down.
Absolutely. I think, and I say it all the time, no artist who has made it has ever done it by themselves. They always have a team. And also, you never know who anyone is. So whenever you're in a new space, respect everyone there, because you don't know. You could be yelling at the CEO and have no clue because they're not dressed like the CEO.
Oh, you said it. Things are different these days.
Most definitely. And Reza Saffieh, who is the Director in Promotions of Rock Nation, is my guest here on Danaya Azure Radio. So what has been one of your most memorable moments working with Rock Nation?
I think my favorite moment was probably the brunch, the only one I got to go to before COVID shut down all the activities we've been having. So I went to the last brunch before the COVID shut down, and that was definitely quite a good party. It was a great experience.
Definitely. So you've traveled all over the world. So far, what has been your most favorite place to go?
Interesting question. In all honesty, it's not somewhere I went for work. I'd have to tell you London is my favorite place to go. I love that city.
Really? What was it about London that made it stand out?
I just like the culture of London. It's the capital of the world. There's people from everywhere, and there's lots of authentic cultures. It's like New York, but more authentic and larger.
Definitely. Yeah, I've heard a lot about London and Japan as the favorite, so it's pretty awesome.
Love it. Yeah, it's true.
So what is one piece of advice that you can give to an up-and-coming artist who is looking to get signed with the label?
Me personally, I tell artists not to try and chase after a deal and just keep their head down and work. If you're chasing after a deal, you're not really keeping focused on what you want to do. Just, like you said earlier, with the streaming becoming available to artists and everything being more at their fingertips, I suggest artists not focus on that part and just keep their head down and build their fan base and make it into a profitable business before they start chasing after someone else to give them money.
Absolutely. I think it's funny because I think a lot of artists are so focused on, like, let me get my followers up. No, don't worry about your followers. Worry about your true fan base. Worry about the people that are buying your music, people that are streaming your music, the people who are coming to your concerts. Respect the people that are coming to your shows. People get to a certain level and they think, I'm going to just fall off. I'm going to just come late. No, don't do that. That's a bad idea. People have come and they're taking the time out and spending the money to come see you. Be respectful. Be punctual. And if you're doing a show with multiple people, don't just leave. Network and build relationships, because relationships is one of the most important things when it comes to this industry. I promise you.
That's right. You said it.
Yes. Right. So when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
Me personally, I want my legacy to be that I left more positive thoughts in people than they had before I came along. I just like to be nice to people and make their day better, and hopefully raise two beautiful girls like I'm raising, and make sure that they have a great life. My legacy is going to be in raising a great family.
I love it. So go ahead and give your shout-outs before we get out of here.
I'd like to shout out my friend Seva. She set this up. Great friend of mine. Known her for a long time. I'd like to shout out all the guys at radio that are helping me out. all the DJs support our music, and I appreciate you guys too for putting me on the air here. I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Definitely, and I would love to have some of your artists come on. Definitely want to spin their music, so we'll definitely talk offline about that for sure.
Definitely, we'll talk more. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Yes, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on, and have a phenomenal night.
You too. Goodbye.
Hey, what's up? It's Danaya Azure. Be sure to follow me all over social media at Danaya Azure, DANAYAAZURE, and like the Facebook page, facebook.com/Danaya Designs for You, facebook.com/Danaya Azure Radio, and be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. Just type in Danaya Azure.
Usually not chasing no women, but you don't wanna pursue. Wanna hear you calling my name, baby, I'm coming to you. Wanna be under your rain and which no umbrella would do. So baby, come over and ride it, come jump on my pony. We don't have to be sober, just pour up the Henny, baby, and show me you're a freak. And I got candles and incense, got all subscriptions, Hulu and Netflix. Won't stop licking till your cocoa is dripping. Bury that pussy 6 feet, that's social distance. And I'ma put you to the test. Body steaming, spirit leaving while you screaming out of breath. Got you thinking it's a symptom when you feel it in your chest. Hold on to this moment, girl, don't rush. Don't wanna rush you, baby, but I must say I know there's a lot of places we'd rather be. Promise you'll be safer at home with me. So if you trust me, baby, send me the Eddie, you know daddy is coming home. I wanna be between both of your legs. I don't need no mask if you on my face. So will you be my quarantine? What happens at home can stay between us, oh yeah. So will you be my quarantine? My quarantine, my Mona Lisa, my Mona Lisa, my Mona Lisa.
Stand out at your next photo or video shoot. Snag that magazine cover. Go from being a part-time extra to an actor or actress who stays booked. Or just be the talk of the town at every event. Danaya Designs for You jewelry is handcrafted and Chicago made by me for men, women, and children. To start your collection, simply go to www.danayaazure.com. That's DANAYAAZURE.com.